Well, Steve Moore is a CNN law enforcement contributor and retired FBI supervisory special agent. Steve, as always, thank you for being with us. I want you to listen to what Toronto's police chief said about the attack.
At this particular point in time, there's nothing that does affect the national security footprint. We are looking very strongly to what the exact motive or motivation was for this particular incident to take place. And at the end of the day, we will have a fulsome answer and we'll have a fulsome account as to what the conclusion of this is.
Steve, does not affect the national security footprint. What does that statement say to you?
Well, that's slightly equivocal, I think. What that could mean anything from this was an individual attack to it wasn't related to any kind of political thing at all. Or so it doesn't tell us whether this was an attack based on ideology or not. It just says that they don't think that there's anything else out there.
If they're saying so clearly, without really revealing much or being definitive, but still making the clear statement about national security and the threat level, does it mean, though, that they know more than they've revealed publicly?
Well, to make any kind of statement where they say it is not a current national security threat, they have to know something. And in these situations, frequently, the initial interview with a suspect, the initial searches, the initial contact of friends and family will give you a very quick read of the entire situation. My thinking on this is it's still out there, but I think we're probably dealing with somebody with more mental illness than political needs.
Yeah, political affiliations. As we try and get to that understanding of the motive, CNN's learning that on a Facebook account that investigators believe belongs to the suspect, Manassian, that he posted earlier on Monday a message claiming, "All hail the Supreme Gentleman Elliot Rodger." Now, investigators believe that the Facebook post is referring to Elliot Rodger, who, just to remind our viewers, Steve, is that deceased active shooter who killed a number of people with a gun and vehicle, actually here in California back in 2014. That individual was said to be aggrieved because he felt he'd been spurned by women. So, if this Facebook account does belong to Manassian, if he was the one that posted that statement praising Rodger, what does that say to you?
Well, again, a lot of these people, I mean, we've got a violence problem in the world right now. People walking into schools, shooting people, people driving these vehicles down streets like this. What we're finding out is that a lot of people just want to kill more people than the last one. It's their way of immortality. It's their way of securing a place in the world, regardless of how gruesome that place is.
As we talk about, you know, the desire for immortality in the case of these individuals, I want to play the video of Manassian being taken into custody. And as we play it, Steve, I want you to take a close look at it and tell me what stands out to you, because, you know, I watch him there. There's the police officer standing to the right of the screen, and he keeps making this movement almost like he's drawing a gun, like you see in the Westerns. And then he stands there with his arm outstretched. I mean, what stands out for you? And do you really think he wanted to be shot and killed when you look at how this played out?
Yeah, I really do think he wanted to be killed. He obviously didn't have a weapon with which to kill himself, or the guts to do it at the moment that this happened. I'm sure this was his best attempt at ending his life at the moment. And the police were very right, obviously, in not firing. You only fire when your life is in danger. The police officer was probably close enough. It was a bright, sunny day. He probably saw that there was no firearm there. That's a great deal of discipline.
Steve, stand by for us, because I want to get your thoughts on what happened in Tennessee.